So warm greetings, and thank you for those who are offering your greetings on the chat. It's wonderful to see the warmth and also the names. Some already people I know before, and some people I haven't heard from for a long time. And wonderful see your name here and your greeting, and some names that I'm beginning to recognize because of these early morning sits. And so thank you. Jiwei from Yogyakarta. So I think it's well known that Buddhism has as its ultimate goal liberation, freedom. And in relationship to this topic of the week, the topic of self, selfing, not self, that it's very easy to talk about this quest, this goal of liberation in personal terms, so that someone gets liberated. Or I'm hoping to be liberated, to be enlightened. I'm hoping to be freed, to experience spiritual freedom, or then to experience something like that and say, I'm liberated, I'm free, I'm awake. Another way of seeing it is that liberation is the experience, the movement of mind or freedom of mind, which liberates others from us. That we're liberating all things from our projections, which includes our biases and prejudices and our preferences, our judgments, our desires and our aversions. To really we're liberating not only other people, but we're liberating all things. All things now are free and safe from our greed, our hatred, and delusion. And to turn this around, that rather than talking about, I'm going to be liberated, it can be quite a different thing it's an act of generosity in a sense, and care, that we liberate the world from any unethical, unwholesome tendencies that we might have, so that people can live free of our prejudice, free of our constructing of their self. We talked earlier about selfing as a verb, as an activity we do, but we also create selfing, we self others. So to sit in that space, to sit in the place where there's the absence of projections, absence of constructs of self, absence of appropriating things as self, or appropriating things in the relationship to ourselves, and to sit in that space, to sit in that openness, in classic Buddhist terms, is to sit in that emptiness of the place, that place before the mind thinks of things in terms of self, below where it thinks in terms of self, between all the movements of selfing that we do. In that gap, in that emptiness, in that spaciousness, in that freedom. So to take a meditation posture and to begin directly by becoming aware of not your experience, but become aware of how your body is experiencing this moment. Be aware of how the body might have muscles which are held tight or contracted. And to begin allowing the body to soften, to relax. With the body having a greater awareness of itself, the body can feel the places where release is possible. It might be possible in the shoulders, and to allow that softening and releasing of the shoulders. It might be possible in the chest, in the heart area. And to release the holding in the heart. In a sense, to free the heart from some of the ways in which selfing contracts and tightens, constricts. It's the heart's wish to be free, to be at ease. And to relax the belly, softening, allowing the belly a chance to be free. And then becoming aware of how the muscles of the face know themselves. What are the sensations in the face by which the face knows itself from the inside? Letting go of the mask of self, the overlay of who we try to be and project and show ourselves as being. And allowing the behind the skin, the inner face to feel itself. And allow there to be release and softening. And then to experience the body's experience, to allow the body to have its own experience of the breathing. Maybe in the torso, maybe around the nose. So it's not so much being aware of breathing from the control tower of self, but softening the control tower, making room for the body to experience itself breathing. And to sit upright, literally or metaphorically. And see if this meditation can maybe not be about you. Not be about your responsibility, what you have to do, you're the agent, or that you're the one who receives the experience. And you are the experiencer of it all, the arbitrator of it all, the doer. Have the meditation not be about you, but rather allowing each thing that occurs to be about itself. Independent of our ideas of self and desires and preferences, free of self. The inhale is just about itself. The exhale just about itself. A sound is just a sound for itself. Body sensations are allowed to be something that experiences itself, that is itself. And even when thoughts arise, rather than measuring the thought or involving the thought with how it is for us as selves, freeing the thought from self, letting the thought be just a thought, leaving it alone. And perhaps awareness can dwell in the space that allows things to be there themselves, in the emptiness that allow things to appear just as they are, for as long as they are. And like space, awareness, free of self, doesn't want anything or not want anything. It's just space that allows things to be themselves. Each thing is allowed to be free of self. And if you find yourself selfing, doing the self thing, leave that alone, radically alone. Let it just be itself, without believing it or being involved in it. No shame, nothing wrong, just one more thing to be free of, to allow it to have its freedom, its own freedom, to just be itself. And perhaps it just will float away. as we come to the end of this sitting, begin by saying that to have an experience of freedom from self-preoccupation, self-condemnation, self-involvement, is one of the great pleasures of and rewards or benefits of Buddhist practice. But to really experience liberation fully, and to understand how much it is also liberation from all unethical impulses, all impulses that are born from greed, hatred, and delusion, helps us to understand how valuable liberation is in freeing others. And without a preoccupation in self, part of the wonderfulness of liberation is how we liberate others from ourselves, so that we are safe for others. We can be a refuge for others. And may it be that as we come out of this meditation, that we consider how whatever degree of freedom, of ease, of calm, of letting go that we've had here today, let us consider how we can be how we can be a refuge for others, how we can be safe for others, or how others can benefit from the liberation and freedom they have from us. May all beings be free. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings experience peace around them. And may all beings be happy, at home in their own hearts, comfortable and safe.